Nigga, listen, I'm gonna actually think that. Do you think this is ass backwards? Now, Boosie called out Jay-Z in a song.
Rymir, some ain't shit. Jay-Z, that child look just like you. How could you live with that shit, man?
Pretty much saying the child looks just like you. A lot of people talking about this shit for whatever reason. I seen Rymir reposted this shit on Twitter. He's back again. Again, here's what I'll say. All right, you can say what you want. Yeah, it does kind of look like him, but I could find somebody that look like you.
Oh yeah.
I could find somebody that look like me.
Yeah.
I could find somebody that look like Boosie. We can find people that look like Jay-Z out there. I'll say this once again. I'll reiterate this. Where Rymir lost me is when they started going for the bread, when they started going for the cake. I was with him the whole time.
Yes, you were.
We was with him.
Mm-hmm.
We had to look each other in the eye one day and say, God damn, this shit a money grab.
Think you lying.
And we ain't consult with each other. We just looked at each other and said, damn.
Yep.
Holy shit. This is a fucking money grab.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga's trying to get money out of Hove. Wow. And I never thought the day would come. And he's been persistent at this, obviously. And I stand on this. I always said this. Look, Rymir, go after it. Like, keep going after it. But at the point where you know it's over, it's over. I also stand on the other side. If I'm Jay-Z, I'm not doing this shit. I have rights. Everybody should be able to exercise their rights on both sides. I agree with all of that. If Jay-Z said this shit is frivolous, I never touched no girl like this. This is some wild story. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm exercising my rights. If Rymir wants to keep going to court, exercising his rights, I'm with that. Where the line got drawn in the sand for me is when they started asking for money. And I'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah. And as far as Boosie, I mean, that was just a bar to me. And I really don't put any credence on it. You know what I mean? We years removed from having any type of real movement in this situation. I think 6-7 months ago, I think the judge
shut it down.
Rendered it dead. You know what I mean? Don't know if that's that man's kid or not. You know what I mean? And at this point, I don't care because there's no way of proving it. He's not going to take a paternity test. And let me put this on record, I don't blame him because Boosie, O'God, SamAnt, if some random dude or some random person said that you were the father or I'm your child and the only thing you got to go off is, well, my mama said it, man, get the fuck out my face. I'm not dealing with that. Like, I deal with more, you know what I mean? I'm a celebrity. I'm going to deal with this shit. I'm not dealing with that. For some reason, this continued to get legs. I think it was because of people's hatred for Jay-Z. Because if this was Boosie in this situation, I mean, one, I think he would have been on social media running his mouth talking about no. But two, it wouldn't have had as much weight on it because of Jay-Z and Boosie. You know what I mean? So, and I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, when 444 came out and Jay-Z was talking about the money phones and all that shit, didn't Boosie take a real huge offense to people putting the phones?
Oh yeah, he shot at him. Yeah, he shot at him.
Pissed off. So
yep.
There's some stuff, you know what I mean, some back and forth with him and Jay-Z anyway, but this is little much to do about nothing, if you ask me. Rymir reposting it, of course he did, because unfortunately, as much as I still like Rymir, it also kind of became clear to me throughout the process is that he really enjoyed the attention of being associated with Jay-Z. Whether that was his alleged son, he was definitely feeling the fact that he was associated and enjoyed the popularity. No different than a lot of these celebrities or athletes. You know what I mean? They start getting a little attention. They get drunk with it. And he's going to continue to do what he does. But the truth, to me, has been that's been thrown under the rug a long time ago. Nobody cared about the truth. They cared about popularity. They cared about bread. And like you said, that's where I was lost. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say anything bad about Rymir or anything in the situation. I just simply think...
Yeah, I think he's a good dude.
Yeah. Boosie was throwing a bar out there, and it got a couple of attention for a day or two, and next week Boosie will be saying something else. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I saw Dame Dash comment under this video where this dude we was talking about, not this one, but another one, where dude was kind of talking about, and we kind of said this on the podcast too, maybe a couple shows ago. We want the old Dame Dash back. He was like, I want the 2005 Dame Dash, 1996 Dame Dash. We don't want this chatty patty Dame Dash. And it was funny as shit the way the dude broke it down and shit. You know, he's like, all the shit that Dame Dash got going on. Somebody asked him about Jay-Z. He got a rock band, he got a country club, he got this, he got that, but everybody want to know about Jay-Z. And Dame Dash actually commented, but here's the realization that I came to. I'm gonna be brief on this one, right? Because we talked about this a lot. This is Dame Dash's new hustle. And we talked about this. talking about Jay-Z is his new business, his new hustle. I'm coming to the realization of that. As corny as I think it is, as whack as people say it is, he getting bread off this shit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting interview money off this shit. He's keeping himself in the algorithm over this shit. People are paying him to come on the platform. So maybe it's his little strategic way. Like, you know what I mean? We always call him this and that. Still think it's corny. But if he's getting 5,000, 3,500 per interview and he's doing 2 a week, he winning.
He has to.
Yeah.
Because when you talk about years ago when we interviewed him, the dude didn't even want to talk about Jay-Z. He didn't want to utter his name. He didn't want to talk about it. He barely wanted to talk about his time with The Rock. And if he would do a reunion, would he be there? He didn't even want to go into that. Fast forward to now, he's talking about we need to box, we need to fight. There could be a reconciliation. It's Jay-Z every 5 seconds. It's the hypocrisy that's kind of like, and you know what it is? It's the thing that I'll see is Dame Dash seemingly does not like people around him or going to tell him the truth.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't like it. He needs to be around a bunch of enablers
Ooh.
who are going to excuse the bullshit.
Let him run his mouth, yeah.
Just let him run his mouth because it's like, bro, hold on. You said that you weren't going to talk about Hov no more. Like, if you were a real friend of Dame Dash and you listening to this man go and do what he's doing, like, bro, this ain't who you are. Like, what we doing? But if you were to do that, then you might be next getting talked about on Cam Capone or Art Dialogue. And no disrespect to these platforms. These are the ones he goes on. And you could be next getting talked about. But it seemed like anybody who's ever to hold him accountable or anybody who disagreed with anything he did, now that he was getting shit on, now they're bad and he's good and he plays his victim role to perfection. And it's a whole bunch of hypocrisy coming out from a man who shit on hypocrisy. And, Dame is turning himself into a certified joke at this point. And I wish that he had people around him who wouldn't enable him and just tell him the raw, real truth from a caring place, somebody who cared about him. And I don't even know if they would stick around after that, and maybe that's why people don't do it. But you see all the close people around. I mean, we've been thinking about this for years. Dame Dash had a show where he was beefing with his brothers. Dame Dash had a show where he was beefing with his kids. Dame Dash beefing with
you're
The
right.
Rock. Dame Dash beefed with Kevin Hart. Dame Dash now is beefing with Cam. Everybody in his circle that was so dope, he no longer has relationships with, and I'm almost positive it's because somebody was calling him out on their bullshit, and he ain't like it. Every fucking body.
That's a fact. And you think, listen to all the stories. Listen to Memphis Bleak. Listen to Cam. Listen to anybody who's interacted with him. Even the guy that said about the money.
Yeah.
We're not gonna mention his name.
Yeah.
They calling him out on his shit. Dame did this. Dame had the audacity. Dame took my money and did. But people didn't sit back and just let him do. Because a lot of times he took people's money and want to do what the fuck he was going to do with it. Our money, it's like me and you had money together, and I take it, you take it, and go buy a fucking car. Like, nigga, we supposed to do this.
But they invest with this?
Yeah.
You got a badass car? What the fuck is this?
Are you like what I mean? So that's the type of shit that he was doing, bro. So the common denominator, man, you see this bad chick and she breaking up with every nigga, it's her. Dame Dash is you, brother. And like you said, somebody got to hold your feet to the fire in your circle and say, dog, you acting like a fucking nut right now.